Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I hope the email that we sent out today is going to be helpful for you. I hope that what I'm about to talk to you about in this video will be helpful for you. And today is New Feature Thursday for June. So I want to talk about all the new features. Well, not all of them. I'm going to focus on just a couple, but I'm going to show you where you can find out about all of the new features Ultra rolled out this morning to you for your Ultra Course View courses in Blackboard. So with that being said, I don't want to spend too much more time. I want to go ahead and direct you to where we start. And that is in our instructor support org. Each of you should have access to it. It's a place that has all of the, the what's going on in Ultra. How do I use this tool? How do I find out about this tool? How does this tool work? Is there a guide? Is there a video? All that stuff you can find inside this organization. Now, where do you look? You might be asking for the what's new in Ultra. And I'll tell you, the first place you'll want to look is right here under What's New in Ultra. Ta-da! Amazing how that works. So I click and I will scroll down to New for Ultra in 2023 because that will always tell you the most current new things that have been released. So if I click on New for Ultra in 2023, you will see releasing June 1st, 2023, which is today. Yay! So you can actually, and I'm going to zoom in just a little for effect, just so that we can get a better look at some of this text. But you can see here on these guys all the stuff that we're looking at, including doing exemptions from the grid view. I mean, you could actually go to your gradebook grid view and actually click in the cell and exempt an item, which I think is, or accept or exempt an item, which I think is pretty cool. We're going to focus a little bit later on importing questions from file, the moving of announcements, and the additional layer of depth in Ultra courses. So that's what we're going to talk about in specific. So why don't we do that? I'm going to jump over to a course, right? So I'm going to click a tab. It's going to take me to a separate Blackboard course building course. I want you to see right along the top, right here, it says announcements. So your announcements are now going to be accessed here for you to add, for your students to view, right at the top where it's easy to find them, right? With the old way, it was kind of down here at the bottom of your details and actions menu, which is kind of hard to find. So what they've done is they've moved announcements right at the top. So when you click, it takes you right to the announcements page, which is nice. Really quick efficiency thing, helping you find them quicker. That's where it is. So let's talk about the second of the three things I want to focus on from all of our updates for the month of June. And that is the ability to add the additional layer of depth in nesting folders. Now, when we thought of Ultra previously, you were only able to go 2 folders or 2 levels deep, right? Now, Ultra has enabled you to go 3 levels deep. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, if you look here under my Week 1 Foundations of Literacy module, were I to click on it and open it up, you would see that there's a Lesson 1 folder. When I look inside the Lesson 1 folder, however, ta-da-da, I can add another folder. So that is pretty cool. So I have my original folder, the original module, the second level, and then the third level within it. So you can now go 3 levels deep. Keep in mind, this only works by putting folders inside of a learning module or folders inside of folders. The learning module, which is that sequential way that you can display content in Ultra, or just a linear way, you don't have to force sequence, but where they can just page through it, looks like this box, remember? If I wanted to add a folder in an Ultra course, I'd click Create and choose Folder. And new folder is fine for now for my name. And then I could go inside that folder and add a folder. And inside that folder, I could also add a folder. But I cannot put a learning module inside a folder. The learning module has to be on the top level. But the upshot here, the good news, is that you can now have 3 levels deep of nesting. Our Russian nesting doll just got that much wider. So I know a lot of you have been asking for this, and we're happy to say that it's here as of today, June 1st, 2023. And that is one of the other things I wanted to show you. Now, one that I know many of you have been clamoring for, and that is the ability to upload test questions directly from file, right? So like if I'm in a test and I want to add questions from a file, I can do that. In a second, I'll show you how that file gets created or where you can get a sample file and all that good business, but I actually want to show you the process right now. So what I want to do right now here, I'm just going to add it on its own. I'm going to click Create, and I'm going to choose Test, right? So I'm going to go to Test. Now, I am going to go down, and I can give this test a name if I wanted to. I could say demo test, for instance, right? But now, if I had a file of questions that say were tab delimited in a text file, just like I could in original, I can do that in Ultra now. In Ultra, I can click on the plus button for the test, and here you'll see Upload Questions from File. Yay! I click it, and it takes me to where I will find said questions. In this case, I've got the BB Ultra Sample Test Questions file that we are making available for you as well, and I'll show you where to find that. Ta-da! It then adds all of those questions. Huzzah! So just know that that's now a thing that you can do. You can now add in, upload that question file directly into your test in Blackboard. This is going to be a phased release. The first phase allows you to upload it directly into your tests. Later on, it's going to get even better and a little bit more granular with how it works with pools and everything else. But just know that you can bring your questions directly into your test from a file now. And where can I go to learn about that, you might be asking? Well, that's a good question, I might say to you. If you go back to the Instructor Support org, inside the Instructor Support org, we have added a, if I were to scroll down to the Assessment Ultra module, right here, right? Assessment and Ultra. I click on that. And then I can scroll down to where it says Tests. And the first item in the tests is uploading a test question to a test document, right? So when I click on that, my view is a little different because I'm an instructor, but that's okay. I can't page through it, but you can as a participant. But when I scroll here, I see, oh, well, yep, I recognize that. Jacob just showed me that in the video, but it gives me some information before I begin. How I go about what I need to think about when creating a question file to upload, what that might look like, right? And then how to format those questions, right? So it actually tells you question type by question type, how you format it. But the best news of all of this is at the end of this file is, almost at the end of this page, is a sample questions that you can take and download, right? You can download these questions for yourself and edit those questions and then upload them into your tests. So anyway, great news on 3 fronts. And then again, the instructions on how to do what I just showed you to do. It showed you how to do in real time. But keep in mind, those 3 things aren't all the things that came with this wonderful June release, right? So back up at the top under What's New in Ultra, new for Ultra in 2023, you can see all of the things that are new. Yay! And learn about them in specific by clicking on these links. Now, as a sneak peek, you can see what's coming in July. So by looking under New Features Coming Soon, I can get a sneak glance at what is coming to Ultra courses in July. And as soon as the release notes are updated, I'll make these linkable so you can actually learn about each of these wonderful, neat little things. I hope this new feature Friday or Thursday email has been beneficial for you, and that it'll be helpful for you as part of your work to work in the Ultra Course View. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.